hold on a sec. My fever was raging, my vision cloudy, my voice weak. I tried to get his attention, hoping he'd stick around. But all he did was shoot me a dismissive smirk. Gesturing towards me, he said with a touch of arrogance,
"Sorry, but I've got a trip with a friend starting today."
"I'm in bad shape. If you take off, I won't be able to fend for myself."
"That's on you. You did this to yourself."
"I can't even..."
"Just get some rest while I'm out."
And just like that, he was out the door, suitcase swinging, whistling a tune. My heart felt like it was splintering. He's bailing for a vacation while I'm laid up like this? Isn't the whole marriage thing about having each other's backs? I'm in both physical and emotional agony. With the little energy I had left, I reached out for help, and the outcome was startling. My name's Leah, and I'm 29. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to help others, so now I'm a nurse at a university hospital. Nurses don't perform surgeries like doctors do, nor do they diagnose diseases. Our roles are specific and limited. But without nurses, hospitals wouldn't run. We care for patients within our scope, aiding in their healing. While we might not be in the limelight like doctors, nurses are vital. I took pride in being a nurse. Another perk of this profession was bonding with two close friends during nursing school. First up is Anna. She's the very definition of sweet, both in looks and nature. I'd often think how patients would be smitten by her, because even I, a woman, find her delightful. Then there's Sandy. She's like the big sister in our trio, always playing peacemaker between Anna and me. She was a star student, and now has a position at a prestigious hospital. Getting to know them enriched my life in ways I can't express. They've been a driving force behind my determination as a nurse. But there's another driving factor in my career. My husband, Nathan. Our paths crossed during a group outing arranged by a colleague from the same hospital. Sparks flew instantly, and he took down my number by the end of the night. He was persistent, and after about 18 months, he popped the question. We've celebrated 2 anniversaries since. Even though that fiery passion from our early days might have dimmed, I was convinced I still have feelings for him. But of late, something seemed amiss. He started staying out more. It really hit home 2 weeks back. He's typically back by 7 p.m., but that night, the clock struck 8, and still no sign of him. I shot him a text. Running late today, but got radio silence. Anxiety building up, I called multiple times, only to be met with voicemail. He finally strolled in after 11 p.m. What kept you? I've been out of my mind with worry. I tried reaching out so many times. I blurted out, my voice louder than intended. He seemed ticked off for a split second, but soon resumed his usual warm demeanor.
"Oh, my bad. Got drinks with some colleagues and missed your calls and texts."
You went out? You usually give me a heads up when you have plans.
Today was just hectic. I really apologize. I promise to be more considerate next time.
All right, just keep me in the loop. I can't help but worry.
I understand. If I'm late in the future, there's no need for you to stay up for me.
Claiming he needed a shower, he exited the living room. After all these years together, his behavior fell out of character. Was he not himself today? His fleeting irritation when I confronted him made me skeptical about his evening out story. He'd always inform me in the mornings about his evening plans. Many questions raced through my mind, but dwelling on them wouldn't rewrite the day. Although uneasy, I chose to put my apprehensions aside. It's been 2 weeks since that night, and my unease around him has only intensified. Right now it's after midnight, and he's nowhere in sight. Each time I ask, he sticks to the same excuses: out with coworkers or working late. Without any solid proof that he's being dishonest, I can't press the issue further. As the days passed, grappling with this alone got tougher. I chose to bring it up with my 2 closest friends, whom I was set to see soon. We gathered at a coffee shop, and after we ordered, I broached the subject. Actually, I've been wanting to talk about Nathan. Sandy, taken aback, leaned in and asked, "What's up? Did something happen?" Anna stayed pretty neutral, but I felt it was only fair to clue in both of them. Holding back tears, and with Sandy's reassuring hand on my back, I finally said, "Recently, he's been getting home super late. He hardly ever worked late or partied before." "So this is a regular thing now? Since when?" I paused, then answered, "It started about a month ago. He's late nearly every night now." "Almost every night? But didn't you mention his job doesn't require a lot of overtime?" "Exactly. And he's not big on alcohol. He never really got the whole after-work drinks thing. On the off chance he did go, he'd come home early." Sandy looked pensive after hearing this. Anna, in a laid-back manner, commented, "Leah, are you sure you're not reading too much into this?" "Reading too much into it?" "He's busting his butt off, both on the job and at home. He might be stressed, you know." "What do you mean? So he's coming home late every night because he's stressed?" "No, not really. Sometimes folks just want a break from home. You get me?" Sandy gave Anna a sharp look, clearly annoyed, and retorted, "Excuse me?" Anna didn't flinch, not showing any regret for her words. This raised an eyebrow for me. Even if Anna had a point, was this the right time or place to voice it? Especially to someone seeking guidance? Maybe she was just playing devil's advocate because we're tight. Regardless, her remarks hurt. I was on the verge of tears, but didn't want to make things more uncomfortable. I managed a smile and said, "You could have a point." The chat soon moved to Sandy's job and Anna's latest crush, and the hours just flew by. When we left the coffee shop, Anna quickly mentioned other commitments and made a beeline for the subway. Now, alone with Sandy, her demeanor shifted to something more serious. "What's on your mind, Sandy?" I asked, trying to keep it light. Looking sorry, she responded, "I've been mulling over Anna's comment. It felt off. Why would she back up your husband when you're clearly upset?" "Well, maybe that's just how she sees it. Still, she could have phrased it differently, right?" Anna's words did sting. I wasn't looking for pity, but I at least wanted someone to get where I was coming from. Anna's stance, especially since it was so uncharacteristic, seemed to side with Nathan. Distressed, I said my goodbyes to Sandy. On the way back, I was caught in a sudden rainstorm, and before I knew it, I was drenched. Instead of heading for a shower right away, I paused at the front door, lost in thought about Anna's words and my husband's change in behavior, tears mixing with the rain on my face. The next morning, I woke up feeling feverish, and a splitting headache set in. My vision was fuzzy, and my body felt like it weighed a ton. Fortunately, I didn't have work, so I took a moment to check my fever. My eyes widened when the thermometer read 103.6 degrees Fahrenheit. I couldn't remember the last time I was this sick. Thirst overcame me, but moving felt impossible. Pushing through, I made my way to the living room, where I found my husband gleefully packing a small suitcase. "Where are you headed?"
Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm out for the next 3 days.
Hold on, you never told me. And you're leaving today of all days?
Look, it's been on the books for a while now.
You should have given me a heads up. His face tightened at my words. In a flash, he was making his way to the door, suitcase in tow. Hold on a sec. My fever was raging, my vision cloudy, my voice weak. I tried to get his attention, hoping he'd stick around. But all he did was shoot me a dismissive smirk. Gesturing towards me, he said with a touch of arrogance,
Sorry, but I've got a trip with a friend starting today.
I'm in bad shape. If you take off, I won't be able to fend for myself.
That's on you. You did this to yourself. You're in the medical field, yet you're so helpless.
I can't even...
Just get some rest while I'm out.
And just like that, he was out the door, suitcase swinging, whistling a tune. My heart felt like it was splintering. He's bailing for a vacation while I'm laid up like this? Isn't the whole marriage thing about having each other's backs? I'm in both physical and emotional agony. I need help. With what little energy I had, I called someone for assistance. Sandy was my lifeline. After a quick chat, she showed up, loaded with electrolyte drinks, meds, ice packs, and fruit. After getting some rest, I felt a world better, and the fever had dialed down. Sandy, you're a lifesaver. I'm feeling way better. Really? That's great. But, I've got some news. Spill it. This might not be the best moment, but Anna might be more than friends with your husband. Come again? Trying to clear up my confusion, she flashed a pic. It showed my just departed husband and Anna, both toting suitcases, grinning ear to ear. What's the deal here? I had this hunch ever since our coffee meetup. Then, on my way here, I spotted them. Anna and my Nathan? Really? Is that why she was covering for him the other day? Looks that way. I immediately called my husband's workplace, finding out he had indeed taken a few days off. My nerves quickly flipped to fury. This is unbelievable. He dished me, feeling awful to jet off with the woman he's seeing on the side. And she's my right-hand gal? How dare he? This is war. But for the moment, I opted to rest up and recharge. Sandy stayed overnight, not wanting to leave me alone. Come morning, things took a wild turn. While brainstorming with Sandy, my cell buzzed. It was Anna. Sandy signaled for me to pick up. Her shaky voice came through. Leah, your man, Nathan, he's gone. Wait, what? What did you say? I'm telling you, Nathan's no more. Did you catch that? Get to the hospital now. She hung up quick and shot over the hospital info. Sandy and I rushed to the hospital. In the waiting area, I spotted a shaken Anna, looking defeated. I left Anna with Sandy and darted to my husband's room. When I told them I was his wife, they weirdly pointed me to a regular room. Hold on, where's my husband? I asked, clearly rattled. The nurse responded by opening the door, showing Nathan swathed in bandages from head to toe. He went ghost white seeing me. I waved Sandy over, bringing Anna into the room. Anna's eyes bulged, blurting out, "What the heck?" Sandy, who'd gotten the scoop from Anna, filled me in. Nathan blew through a red light with Anna and wound up in a wreck right in front of her. She had assumed he was gone after seeing him lifeless and unresponsive as paramedics took him away. If he had died, their secret would have been blown wide open. She probably figured the jig was up and decided to loop me in. He probably didn't see that coming. Seeing Nathan's strained face, I snarked. Crashing the car on a cheat date? Maybe karma's real after all. You got what was coming. But hey, good thing you're still breathing, huh? Get ready for life post-divorce thanks to your little side gig. Buckle up.
Hold up. You're talking divorce? You're kidding, right?
I fired back. Do I look like I'm kidding? You ditched me, sick as a dog, to run around with my BFF. Think I'd just let that slide? Just so you're clear, I'm not budging on this. Prepare for the storm I've got ready for you and Anna. Without another peek, I stormed out. I got the sounds of him hollering and Anna's cries, but I tuned them out. Back home, a quick check of his tablet uncovered all the proof I needed of his two-timing. Armed with the goods, I hit up a law office, kicked off the divorce, and pressed for a payout. The evidence made for a fast divorce. Plus, I got a lot of money from the two of them in damages. Nathan, always bad with money, had been blowing cash left and right on Anna. Sandy and I later found out Anna had bailed on her job and lately had been leaning on guys for cash. My now ex-hubby was just one on her list. She ended up in the hole trying to cover the damage fees. After a ton of fights, their fling fizzled out. A double cross by both my husband and my bestie was a blow, but looking back, I'm glad I cut those ties. I've got to believe that to move forward. Lucky for me, I got a rock-solid friend in Sandy. After the dust settled, she shot me a comforting grin. Leah, you stood tall through all of this. You rock. No way. It's all you. Totally. BFFs, right? If you need anything, holler. Thanks so much. I can't thank her enough. Life's not just about family or significant others. A ride-or-die buddy who gets me and has my back? That's gold. If she ever needs a hand, I'll be right there. I'm committed to living my best life, so one day I can return her awesome favor.